Hello, thank you for joining us on this episode of Sports Bets for Free. My name is Scott Jenkins, your host, just a local sports bettor here in Phoenix, Arizona. And hopefully today with our bets and your bets, it's going to be another profitable day for you. Wednesday, January 8th, basketball bets. We've got quite a bit of college basketball and NBA to get into. So let's get rocking and rolling, shall we? So first game we're on, Villanova, Connecticut, 6:30 Eastern time at Villanova. Another case of unranked team at home favored versus a ranked team. I think we all know where we're going here. If you've watched our show before, this is one of the spots we normally love. Villanova money line first half and money line for the game. And that one in Villanova and UConn. Next game we are on, 7 o'clock Eastern time. We've actually got quite a few at this time slot here. So we'll start off. Ole Miss, Arkansas. Ole Miss getting 3.5 at home. Arkansas has been good on the road. They are young. Calipari has obviously done some good things down there in Arkansas so far. On the road, the SEC is almost it's a very hard league to win on the road this year. They are so deep. 7 teams in the top 20, just as well as the Big 12. 7 teams in the top 20 for them as well. Last year, definitely Big 12 was the deepest league. Ole Miss, the Southeast Conference might be the deepest league on this one. We do like Ole Miss being at home in this spot. We'll lay the number. Arkansas -2 for the first half, -3.5 for the game. One more time, Arkansas -2 and 3 first half and 3.5 for the game. A couple other games that we did not pull. USC, Indiana is very interesting to us. We're going to keep watching Indiana as they've actually started putting the ball in the basket lately. They're a 6.5 point favor against USC. We would slightly in there, but it wasn't enough for us to make a move. Another 7 o'clock Eastern game, though. This one is Drake, Bradley. Drake in the middle of a swoon right now. Lost the last couple games. Got destroyed at home in their last game. Going against Bradley on the road. Drake has struggled, especially to cover the number. We love Bradley in this spot. -1.5 first half and -2.5 for the game. Next game up, Alabama, South Carolina. Now, we mentioned how hard it is to win on the road in the SEC. Alabama is one of those teams, though, that can't cover these numbers on the road. Auburn struggled late last night. They had a grip on that game. They covered first half. They didn't cover the game as Texas made a late run. We think South Carolina doesn't have the offensive firepower that Texas does to make that same kind of run here against Bama. The other thing is Bama's offense is better than Auburn's offense, so we think they should be able to extend the lead there. So we do like Bama in this spot, -5.5 first half and -10 for the game in that one. Then we move on in college basketball. Is like I said, there are a lot of good games. If you like betting college basketball, this is definitely a great day, as there are a lot of quality games out there, especially at that 7 o'clock Eastern time frame window. You could go broke just in that window if you wanted to, right? Penn State, Illinois is another great game. It's at 9 o'clock Eastern. We did stay away from that one. Illinois favored by almost 10. One we are on, though, 9 o'clock Eastern time, Kansas hosting Arizona State. ASU's had some really good accomplishments so far this year. They kept Gonzaga on the road close. Going to Fog Allen is a bit different beast. Kansas, all of a sudden after the couple losses, guess what happened? They started to wake the hell up and be the top 10, Final Four team that they should be. So we're laying the points here with Kansas. Kansas -8 in the first half and -14.5 for the game. And then there's another great game that we really like, also at that 9 o'clock Eastern window. This is our last college basketball game of the night. Texas A&M travels to Oklahoma. Oklahoma was undefeated heading into this last week where they got beat. A&M getting 2.5 on the road. Teams are basically 12 and 13 in the country. I'll be honest here. A&M's the better team overall. Oklahoma is just kind of not quite sure exactly what they are yet. Obviously, they played a lot of let's say lesser competition early on in that one there, but we do like Texas A&M in this spot, getting the points. Give us A&M +2 first half and +3.5 for the game. Now let's get over to the NBA. We've got the barn burner of barn burners, the number 1 team in the East, number 1 team in the West, starting at 7:10 Eastern time, Thunder and the Cavs. So one winning streak's going to go down tonight. Thunder have won 15 straight. Cavs have won 10 straight. Cavs are 2.5 point favorite on the road, and this is, I think, either if it was in OKC, we'd lean towards them. In Cleveland, we got to lean towards the Cavs here. We're going to lay the points with the Cavs. -0.5 first quarter, 1.5 first half, 2.5 for the game. We also like SGA, 30-plus points. Evan Mobley, 18-plus points. Jarrett Allen, 11-plus rebounds. SGA, 6-plus assists. Darius Garland, 3+ turnovers. Donovan Mitchell, who's been non-existent over the last few games, averaging less than like 18 a game over his normal stuff, under 3.5 threes in that one. Next game up, 7:10 Eastern time as well. Bulls Pacers. Why do you want to pull your hair out and play in this game? The Bulls, normally the games go over. Pacers, same thing. Now that the two are together and the total's 242.5, watch it go under. Not a lot to love here except player props for us, and that's where we're at. Halliburton, 20+ points, 4+ threes, 5+ threes, and 9+ assists. And Mathurin for the Pacers as well, 17 points, 2+ threes. Next game up, Wizards, 76ers, no Joel Embiid, no Paul George. Means it's Tyrese Maxey versus the Wizards. We don't know if Jordan Poole's going to play yet. He's been really good for us when he has played. The problem is he's missing a lot of damn games for us as well. Wizards are getting 11 on the road, 222 total. I don't know how you could back the 76ers here. You definitely can't back the Wizards. So just player props for us. Poole, we do like. He's playing 23+ points, 4+ threes, 4+ turnovers. Maxey just for 3-pointers tonight because his point total is 31. 4+ threes, 5+ threes, and 6+ threes for Maxey. Next game up on the board, we've got Raptors and the Knicks. 7:40 Eastern time. Toronto headed to New York. Can somebody explain the Knicks to me? Last year they always beat the bad teams and covered. This year I don't know what the hell they're doing half the time. Cat didn't play in the last game. Mikal Bridges has really picked it up. Jalen Brunson does not look the same as he did last year, but there's more mouths to feed, so I understand that part to an extent. But not quite sure what they are as a team. They're definitely not a defensive team like they were last year. But they are 12.5-point favorites. 235 total here. This line has went up since early this morning at 11.5. We grabbed the Knicks there, and it's more of a fade of Toronto than it is for the Knicks. But Knicks minus 3.5 first quarter. 6.5 first half, 11.5 for the game. Scotty Barnes, who's played really well as of late. We do love him, 19+ points today. We also sprinkled him a little bit on 25+ points as well, as that was over plus 300. Mikal Bridges, 20+ points. Remember when that number was 15 like 3 weeks ago? Now it's up to 20 after after he's been playing well. 3+ threes for Bridges as well. Barnes for 32+ par. It's points, assists, rebounds combined. And Brunson under 2.5 turnovers. Next game up, Pistons at the Nets. Pistons laying 9 on the road, 212.5. I understand the Nets have been god-awful, but is there any time in the last few years where you go, yeah, I could lay 9 with the Pistons on the road? I just can't get behind it. It's probably the correct play to lay the number with the Pistons, but really, 9 points? I understand they're around 500, and the Nets are god-awful, and the Nets have a lot of injuries, but woo! So do the Pistons are missing Jaden Ivey, but just player props for us in this one. Cade Cunningham's a staple for us and continues to be 25+ points. We normally like him at this 22 to 25 number. It's when it gets over that, we tend to go the other opposite direction. Cade also 30+ points. Jalen Duran, 10+ points, 10+ rebounds. We're also going to play him plus for a double-double. Cade for 3+ threes and 4+ threes. Without Ivy in the lineup, he's definitely had to score a little bit more. Which has definitely helped his scoring numbers and 3-point attempts on that one. Next game up, we get Blazers-Pelicans. If you wanted to watch two teams with bad records, congratulations. At 8:10 Eastern time, you got your wish. Blazers getting 2, heading to New Orleans. I don't see Zion on the injury report, but he's not available for a player prop anywhere. And these guys have played a few times already. And the one consistent thing is Anthony Simons has done well in all those games so far. So Simons, 23+ points, 30+ points, also for 4+ threes is all we've got in that particular game there. Next game up, Clippers-Nuggets. Clippers favored by 2. Nuggets coming off the back-to-back, playing against the Celtics last night with no Jokic because of illness. He's still a game-time decision today. Not sure if he's better today. Clips favored by 2. I'm not exactly sure why the Clips are favored here. I understand the back-to-backs, but if Jokic does play, you're getting a bargain here at 2 because they're going to be favored if Jokic does play. So give us Nuggets money line first quarter, first half, and game at plus money. Jokic 30+ points, 3+ threes. And James Harden is at 4+ turnovers, folks. He's not at 5, he's at 4, so even better. Next game up, and the last game on the board for the night, Spurs-Bucks in Milwaukee, 9:40 Eastern time. Playing this one late in Milwaukee. Spurs getting 5 on the road. Milwaukee still nobody can figure out if they're a good team, bad team, in between team. So that always makes that a lot of fun when you're trying to bet on them, right? And the Spurs, Wemby's been fantastic in a lot of games. This is a national game, being the late game. And Wemby tends to show up a little bit more in those, doesn't he? So let's just refer back to Christmas if any questions. So in this one, just player props for this one, but quite a few. Giannis, 30-plus points. Giannis, 48-plus par points, assists, rebounds combined. The rest of it's on Wemby, 25-plus points, 3-plus threes, 4-plus threes, 4-plus blocks, as he's averaging 4 blocks a game, and Wemby 42-plus par. All right, so we just went through a ton of bets. How do we get a chance to take a look at all those bets? No problem at all. We've got them posted in multiple spots online, TikTok, YouTube channel pages, as well at the end of every episode on YouTube. It's docs.google.com/spreadsheet, bunch of other stuff behind it. Click on that link. Go to the basketball 2024-2025 tab. Scroll down to January 8th. You'll be able to see all the bets we made, what juice we got those at, how many units we wagered, also what book we placed them at as well. And then obviously once the games are over, the results to see how we did on everything in there as well. Do you like the content that you're seeing and would like to see some more? We'd love to have you along for the show. All you need to do is hit follow or subscribe depending on the social media platform you're watching us on. We'll show up in your follow or subscriptions tab, or make life simple for yourself and just turn on notifications for that social media platform. You'll get a notification sent to your phone or device every time we drop a new episode. Also, private Discord channel for all of you out there. It is available. It's cheaper than Netflix, and we're going to help you with sports betting and sports wagering, help you make money consistently. So if you've been doing it for 5 minutes or you've been doing it for 15 years, this is still an excellent way. You get all the bets ahead of time before we put those out for the public as well, which helps you with line moves, juice moves, all that kind of stuff. Just for an example, I believe Discord had these basketball bets about 4 hours before, 4+ hours before the betting public. So, excellent way to do that. All you have to do is subscribe to us through TikTok at Sports Bets for Free. Then we will send you the Discord link. You'll get help from myself and other cappers on there, as well as other players who are asking questions all the time. So a lot of stuff you can learn just by somebody else asking the question as well. We do appreciate everybody's support, as always, and we look forward to seeing you on the next episode.